Looking forward to that.
Round 1.
Ooh, this is the Eternatus 3.
Ooh, yeah. And there are the dogs. So woo. We will see Sylveon and Chiffon right off the get here against Clefairy and Garchomp.
Ooh, we got that undefeatable. Let's go!
Might be that Undefeatable goes for those. Undefeatable does have access to that Iron Head, so it might be that the play is just to go right off the get, try to get the knockout on the Sylveon before it manages to cause too many problems. Sylveon's defense, not exactly paper, but it's definitely not the bulkiest when it comes to physical defense, so a strong steel type move might be just the thing that manages to take out the Sylveon before it gets the chance to really start causing too many problems. Clefairy there to provide the covering fire for Garchomp.
I'm scared.
That being said, neither of Storm's Pokemon really threatened this Musharna too much, and we did see that this Garchomp Clefairy lead had issues into Mai's Trick Room Center.
Dynamax already, what we got?
We got that Dynamax Garchomp here to cause some
chompers!
problems. Undefeatable on the field.
I believe in him.
I think he can go to the distance.
Think he's got that one shot on that Sylveon? We'll have to see how the numbers play out. And we are seeing right here the Max Steel Spike.
Oh,
And it is that one shot. That's brutal.
poor little Chiffon.
And the defense boost to boot.
Indeed, indeed. And Sylveon being gone means that one of Kabaal's answers to those powerful dragons is just gone. But the Trick Room does come down. Kabaal in control of the speed.
Oh.
Momo, I remember you tweeting earlier. It's like, I don't know what Trick Room does.
Yeah, and you know
Momoka,
what's
can
really
you guess
sad?
what Trick Room does?
Well, it's sad. It's, you know, a couple of people told me, and I did write it down, and then I already forgot again. But I'm pretty sure it just swaps the slowest Pokemon speed stats with the highest, right?
Yeah, exactly. The slowest Pokemon on the field are the ones that go first instead now.
So it just switches the move priority, basically?
Yeah, more or less. That's a good way of thinking of it.
Oh, okay.
From a programming perspective, that must have been real fun to figure out. It's like, okay, well, low is high, high is low. Figured it out. Let's go.
Yeah. We'll see how Kabaal answers the threats that Storm is presenting here. Nidoqueen on the field alongside Musharna. Both Pokemon having access to some pretty brutal special attack. Perhaps able to even the field against this Garchomp. And Dynamax coming out from Kabaal.
Oh, we're getting that extra big shawarma.
Huge shawarma on the field.
Big humidifier.
It kind of does look like a humidifier.
I think it's a good idea
Follow me
for
coming
it.
down from Clefairy, redirecting the attacks from Musharna here. The Mind Storm into Clefairy. That's going to be some respectable damage, but not quite a knockout.
That was
And that's off a
critical. That
crit.
was a big chunk.
That's actually really important because that puts Clefairy on a 2-turn timer at most. And
At
here's
most,
the
but
answer.
the Sludge Bomb is going to be just the last curtains for the Clefairy. Kabaal taking the knockout on Clefairy. Garchomp next to move.
Good night, sweet Cosmo.
Max Quake, a good play. The stab, the super effective, and that's a Nidoqueen down. Stormy answering with a revenge knockout after the Clefairy goes down.
And that means that is +1 in each defense for undefeatable.
Oh, I saw that in the back. That might be a huge problem.
All right, what are we going to send out for the next Pokemon?
Ooh,
It's Chaos.
Chaos on the field.
Chaos! And Quixote.
Ooh. Quixote is an interesting one. We'll have to see if Quixote is able to just manage. Quixote is a little threatened by chaos on the field. That is a definite truth of the matter. Doesn't want to see a psychic type hitting into that special defense stat. Quixote's special defense respectable, but the HP bulk a little lacking. But Quixote does have access to first impression, so
That
we'll
does
see.
only work on their first turn, right?
And that was just Quixote's first turn on the field.
Okay, gotcha.
So it might be that Quixote manages to dunk this Gardevoir before it gets the chance to move.
Ooh, yeah, there it is.
Oh.
But psychic terrain is active
psychic
though.
terrain, yep.
Hey, remember that daily reminder that psychic terrain is
Every
real.
day I wake up psychic terrain, honestly.
The battlefield just gets weird sometimes.
Sometimes the battlefield's just a little bit weird and you just like look at it and you're like, oh, priority,
I'm
that's
taking
right.
psychic damage trying to understand this, but I still don't get the field changes.
Yeah. Every day I wake up psychic terrain. Psychic terrain,
McDonald's.
for those of you who don't know what it does, it will make it so that any priority move that goes into an opposing Pokemon fails, and it boosts the power of psychic moves. So Stormy gets the attack boost, but the first impression does fail on Quixote's side.
Oh.
Storm's Dynamax does end, got some good value out of it. I believe we're at +2 special defense as a result of the boost and +1 defense as a result of Steel Spike. So this Garchomp has a lot of boost and it's not going away.
He is in fact undefeatable so far.
And we'll have to see if that lasts through these next turns, if Storm is able to just command this Garchomp to a commanding victory.
I just think Garchomp's cool. I'm glad we finally get to see it for this season.
I do love the Garchomp, and it has a little star on its face. It does match up with that aesthetic that Stormy has going on here.
He's cute, and I do have in my notes that I love him because he is a big bitey boy.
Oh, Chaos going down as a result of the... Was that a max...
Phantasm,
that was a
dropping
max,
the physical
Phantasm,
defense.
Dropping the physical defense over on Garchomp's side. So we'll have to see if Quixote is able to make use of this. The Brave Bird coming in.
What a brave bird!
Oh, big damage! Crits off of that leap! The Rough Skin does cause some damage to Quixote, and there's going to be some recoil too. We're going to have to see if that just takes Quixote down. Quixote does go down to the recoil!
Just enough with that 1/3.
And that does make the final matchup, this Shedinja against this Musharna.
Oh no!
Does Musharna have the coverage option for Shedinja?
Let's see.
That is the final question. And I believe one turn left on Trick Room here.
Say, it needs to be
Yes.
a ghost move, correct?
Yes,
And
the coverage
there's
is
the
there.
Shadow
Go!
Ball.
But remember,
But
Focus
the
Sash.
Focus Sash.
Oh god, I forgot about that!
Now, here's the fun thing, okay? Phantom Force goes through Protect.
So if Kabaal wants to try to protect through this, it's not going to work. So it comes down to whether or not the Shedinja is strong enough to take down this Musharna from half HP. And we'll see how this plays out.
That is enough.
It's just enough.
Oh my Storm keeping this little menace in the back pocket was such a good play!
My god.
And
that was-
that does mean that we have the Fluffy Barrage moment of Storm winning a match with the last Pokemon on 1 HP. Barrage game 2 of this match.
Let's do it!
We'll have to see how the lead matchup's adjusted to account for. And we do see the Lipard on the field.
There
That's
we
gonna
go,
be.
Swarmin' Blackjack, the dream team!
And Stormy going with the same lead matchup. Ain't broke, don't need to fix it. But this Lipard is gonna cause. This Lipard might cause some problems. However, also important to note, Copycat only +1 priority. Follow Me +3 priority. If Cosmo goes for Follow Me here, it will cause the Lipard to copy the Follow Me instead of the Trick Room. So
Ooh.
it's how this turn plays out is going to be really important because both players have access to adjusting how this turn is going to go.
It's really just gonna depend on who's predicted what.
Mm-hmm.
Don't mind me, just clicking buttons.
The mind games are in full force on
You
this
can
round here.
see Storm just hovering, trying so hard to decide, but that timer's counting down. Oh, and we went with the follow me.
We did go with the follow me. We see the Dynamax coming in from Storm. That's going to be on the Garchomp. We saw the Clefairies follow me. So undefeatable, big mode once again.
Big mode. Big.
I love his big teeth.
Just huge mode right there. And does Kabaal answer with a Dynamax of his own? He does.
Yes, we've
That's going to
got
be
one.
onto Shawarma. But we'll have to see if that is the max guard off the get here. It might be interrupted by Storm's follow me. And if that does happen, then the Trick Room doesn't manage to go off, and that could spell huge trouble for Kabaal here. It is the max
it's
guard.
the max guard.
All right, and then here's the
Well.
follow me.
And then here's the follow me. So
Now we've got some trouble.
the Liepard is now the center of attention as well. Or
Nope,
not.
it'll just fail.
It just failed.
Oh.
But the Max Quake does go into Masharna, and that was max guarded. So the net sum of this turn, both players 2 turns on their Dynamax left.
Well, it's progress.
True. And
Nothing has changed.
nothing. Turn 1.
The
Nothing
timer
happened.
has progressed, though, and that is progress.
I like how both players are kind of just like, wait, what?
Both players are reeling just a little bit, trying to figure out what happened there. I have to
That's
say,
like the
the net
thing.
sum of a turn where both Pokemon go huge, and then nothing happens, that just sort of has to leave
Tuxedo
you
Mask
scratching your chin.
energy
Yeah.
is very good here.
But you didn't do anything.
Just turns my cape and leaves, but at least you look good doing it.
It's true, they do look very good doing it. They are both big mode.
And it is always exciting when you see the 2 big ones fighting.
So
Oh,
that will
Both
go
Gale's
are
off.
the
Max
same setup.
guard.
And this time, the copycat does go off. The Trick Room is set up for Kabaal.
Yeah, I mean, once you've committed to that kind of set, you need to go for it.
Kabaal a little unlucky on no double protect. The Mystical Fire coming in on the Liepard. Stormy opting to say, I don't know what this Liepard is doing, so that means I need to take care of it. And the Max Wormwind, the special attack drop on the Liepard, and the physical attack drop on both sides of the field. Kabaal's Pokemon a little hindered here, but still in a healthy spot. They have access to the Trick Room now.
Now,
Does
it's
Blackjack
good.
have any other tricks up its sleeve other than setting up that trick room?
I'm glad you asked. It has access to Foul Play.
Ooh.
So those beefed up attack stats that Garchomp has might just be the thing that bring it down instead. But the Follow Me on Clefairy, also very threatening, right? So in a situation like this, it might just be that Blackjack's best move is to get out of there now that it's done its job.
That's Phantasm. Ooh.
Getting that defense drop down, able to help out the damage from the Foul Play there, since that is a physical attack. And Clefairy, just, man, for being such a little guy, it does just have such a strong set of defenses thanks to that Eviolite.
They're just used to vibing in a cave and you screaming their name. They ain't got a whole lot else to do. They might as well be tanky.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Clefairy really just if undefeatable is undefeatable, it's undefeatable because Cosmo is right next to him.
Oh, everybody's back to normal. No more big boy fights.
Who do you think the lack of a Dynamax benefits more here?
Probably, I'd say benefits Storm, just because now if we do see the foul play, won't that mean that the stat itself overall would be still lower?
Dynamax doesn't actually affect attack stats. It affects the base power of the moves that they use, but
Oh, I thought it affected the attack.
the only Side Shock, that's huge damage. Off of that, the defense drop from the Max Phantasm coming in clutch there, and the Foul Play now comes into undefeatable. That's some huge damage, but not quite a
Yo.
knockout.
Do you think that was a roll?
I'm pretty confident that wasn't a roll. I'm pretty confident, but if we can get the number crunchers in the chat, that would be lovely. Undefeatable just barely surviving after the life orb damage.
There we go.
Pretty much anything could just take that thing out now. And there's Chiffon. That is a scary Pokemon.
Fairy, let's go!
And we have so much time left on this Trick Room. We have 2 turns left under Trick Room.
Oh, so it's looking a bit better for Kabaal right now. The Trick Room's still active. We have the beautiful, cute Sylveon on the field.
That Sylveon here to cause some problems, and especially that Hyper Voice. That is a huge problem.
All right, what's
So-
it gonna be?
Undefeatable protecting, opting to stall out the last few turns of Trick Room, try to survive just a little bit longer. Blackjack fake out fails, not the first turn on the field. The Hyper Voice comes in from Chiffon. That's some damage down onto the Gardevoir, but it has a pretty respectable special defense stat and that Assault Vest. It will survive. The Dazzling Gleam comes down from Gardevoir. Huge damage onto Blackjack, but it does survive, living in the red.
I'm scared. But we just need one Hyper Voice from one more Hyper Voice from Chiffon, and that will take out Garchomp before it has a chance to move.
We'll see if Garchomp manages to go for the Ballsy of a double protect, but it
I
fails.
failed, no! And the
Blackjack's
fake out,
efficient.
too.
Yep, Fake Out will only work on the first turn that the Pokemon is out, so maybe Foul Play just isn't gonna work. So, you can also-
Oh!
but if Kabaal were to Thunder Wave onto the Gardevoir, actually no, it doesn't have Trace. It's the Synchronize.
It has Synchronize. So the Synchronize would backfire, yeah. Ooh.
Oh, we've got our sweet little bug.
But we do know that we do have a Brave Bird on deck, so
And Quixote does pack that Brave Bird. So this matchup it's gonna be a little dire for Stormy to navigate here. We'll see if the ally switch is something that comes in trying to cause those mind games and make those attacks fail.
I just like the B Texas speech. Like no one can hear it,
Oh.
but oh boy! And this is the
First
first impression.
This
Oh,
time, no failure. No psychic terrain is down, so that is just a tapped Gardevoir. It is gone. Oh,
Now-
Chiffon reveals Mystic Fire. This is a hostile environment for Porsche Ninja here.
Oh, man.
You die in one turn. Oh, man,
The
recoil-
hammer over the clock.
The recoil on Brave Bird is going to be zany, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, actually,
Maybe
yeah.
like
I'll
0
put that.
damage. Oh, Chiffon even barely lives.
shit.
Chiffon holding on.
In comes the Mystical Fire, and
There's the focus sash.
in comes the Brave Bird, spelling the end for this Porsche Ninja.
What a Brave Bird.
Able to hold down the fort last time, but not this time. Kabaal
Okay, look at the
finding
recoil.
answer.
Look at the recoil.
Damn, for killing 100% of something's HP, that didn't hurt very bad.
I just kept adding words.
Kabaal does opt for the Liepard Musharna matchup.
Alright, we're going with it.
It's the same leads as game 2. That's going to be interesting. We'll have to see how the players navigate them this time. Kabaal, knowing that follow me play is a thing that Stormy has access to, we'll have to see if the players are aware of how that particular priority matchup works.
Yeah, seems like at the very least, Storm is definitely aware, but is Kabaal aware of how that follow me is gonna affect everything?
Yeah. It's getting into the nitty-gritty of how priority works with Copycat and +6 priority and +1 priority. It's just a nightmare of
Yeah, I
Pokemon
don't
mechanics.
understand
You
all of
really
that
need to
stuff. I just wrote
Ooh, Blackjack
priority
for
on
the
my
fake out.
notes.
Ooh,
That's
hang
going
on.
to be... This is the second option that Kabaal has in terms of getting a Trick Room down. The Max Wormwood goes into Blackjack, but that Focus Sash is going to keep Blackjack alive. And Musharna coming in. Are we going to see the Trick Room?
Let's see. Let's see. Attack drop doesn't really matter too much here.
And there it is, the Trick Room.
Okay.
Okay, I like this. Kabaal saying, hey, I don't think your Max Wormwind can actually knock out my my Mashrana. Like, good luck, I guess.
Yeah, I love this adaptation from Kabaal. This is such a huge brain play in terms of getting these first turns going in his favor.
Gotcha.
Garchomp big. Shawarma actually going to the back now. Chiffon coming in.
Chiffon,
It might-
alright.
Oh, and did we see the Wormwind coming in on the Musharna? Because if that was the case, the Sylveon just sort of blanks that attack completely. The Icy Wind in from Storm, getting that shift damage, bringing down that
Yes.
Liepard,
affect
but the
Chiffon?
switch does just completely negate.
Yo, we see, that's pretty big. That 8 turn of Dynamax. Also, let me just readjust a few things here real quick.
And Kabaal brings in Quixote. Kabaal's team looking like a huge problem for Storm here. Storm does have that one Pokemon up though, so Storm is operating on a numbers advantage, but the speed control is completely in Kabaal's court.
Yeah, that numbers advantage is only gonna last for so long.
Once these, and Kabaal has Dynamax access here, right? And Stormy is on the last turn of it. And it does look like Kabaal
And
is looking
there
to
we
leverage the
go.
advantage there.
Oh, here it is.
Wait, oh, let's see.
And what a treat for you.
Dragon Slayer!
You must be so proud.
I
Look at how
love
big she
this.
is.
I am the biggest Sylveon fan. I love this baby.
The Follow Me comes in from Cosmo, so that is going to sort of affect the way that these next few turns are going to play out. The Max Starfall coming in, and it's going to be on the Clefairy. Respectable damage, but not quite a knockout. Knocks it down to about a third. But that Misty Terrain coming down does mean that any subsequent Max Wormwinds from this Garchomp are going to be operating at reduced power. Brave Bird coming in from Quixote. There's going to be the knockout on the Clefairy.
What good night, Cosmo.
A valiant effort, a valiant fight.
And the Steel Spike coming in on Chiffon. That's going to be some huge damage, but not quite a knockout.
Not just enough.
Going into these last turns with 2 turns of Dynamax left for Kabaal. I believe 2 turns of Trick Room as well. So that means the speed control is in Kabaal's court.
Yep, and you see the Gardevoir. Will Kabaal try to
Time
go
for
for
chaos.
What will Kabaal go for? I'm really curious.
It's gonna be interesting to see what happens here. Yeah.
And I think we're still in the Trick Room, correct?
And we'll gonna hope. Yeah, two turns left of Trick Room. 2 turns left of Trick Room.
We're switching out
The withdrawal on
Quixote.
Quixote. That's Kabaal optioning to preserve the Surfetched for later in the game, making sure that he can get off a first impression once again later in the match. Undefeatable protecting, soaking up some of the damage from this Max Starfall coming in on him, but it's going to be some huge damage still.
Undefeatable holding on.
Kabaal is playing this game really well here, and
Ooh.
Chiffon even lives that just barely. The Dazzling Gleam spread, not quite enough to bring Chiffon down. 1 turn left on Trick Room, 1 turn left on Dynamax.
Chiffon's working so hard.
This
Chiffon-
baby is out here just taking the lead on things.
Oh my goodness, let me tell you, in testing, Chiffon has the strongest desire to win out of any Pokemon I have ever seen.
Oh, I
It always
believe it.
survives the roll. It always just gets the crits in those clutch moments, and we can see that Chiffon is bringing that energy onto the stage here.
And then here comes the kill.
Oh,
Starfall
here we
into
go.
Undefeatable. Can't protect twice in a row. Undefeatable.
Damn,
Defeated.
Good night, Chompers.
The Icy
Oh,
Wind
but that will
just
take
enough to bring down
Chiffon
Chiffon.
out.
A crit to boot.
Good night to the sweet murder princess.
I did really like the switch out for Surfetch, just to prevent Surfetch from taking a really strong Dazzling Gleam. All right, and here's how.
Buddy! Yeah!
Oh, Momo, you saw Sylveon on one side and a Banui on the other. Who do you want to win?
I am thriving. I am living. I am happy.
Momoko's
I'm
just here for
okay
the game
either
at this
way.
point. Yeah, Momoko's just here for the game. We're here to see some good Pokemon, and I am so glad that the players are bringing us just that.
Yeah, that's what the
I'm
people
gonna
want.
do my best not to be extra biased towards the bunny as a player, though. I will do my best.
Oh, and man, Quixote having access to that first impression again means that Chaos is just sort of looking at this duck over there and just like biding the time until it's just, well, my life ends soon. Here it goes. But it doesn't look like we went for the first impression there. Ikuku with a switcheroo, switching the choice scarf onto Quixote. Ikuku stealing the leak. Chaos going for the dazzling gleam. Will Quixote live that? Just barely living in the red. Quixote optioning for the brick break instead, knocking down Ikuku, but not quite. It lives.
Super effective. Ooh.
And the Shadow Ball into Gardevoir.
Yes, there was a special defense drop
Just
last
barely
turn.
survived.
Yes, the special defense drop with the first one was killer.
Just barely knocked out. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Now here's the fun thing though. Kabaal has a choice scarf on the on Don Quixote.
So now he's locked,
I don't
right?
think that's good. It locked into that brick break, which is what you want to be in here anyway. And I don't think it's going to be quite enough to finish off to make Surfetch faster than a low punch. Gets a knockout onto Quixote, and we'll have to see if this last attack is enough to bring it. Shawar.
Oh, bam!
And there it goes. Ikuku knocked down.
Oh my god. So
Rest in peace, Bun. Congrats to the burn.
all right, let's get our victory screen for Kabaal.
And the winner is Kabaal!
What a nail biter.
What? That went down to